So online assessment was same, different,
Yeah.
or how was the interview?
So online assessment was same for everyone, and I guess from this year only Infosys changed this pattern. So in the online assessment there were no aptitude or reasoning questions. There were only pure coding DSA questions.
So that all profile that you are mentioning, 21 LPA, the highest one was 21 LPA.
Highest.
You could have also applied for 21 LPA role.
You can't decide your role. The roles will be decided by the company according to your score in the online assessment that you give.
Could you share the question that has been asked to you by the interviewer and how long it went?
So good thing about the interviews in Infosys is there was only a single round. Right? There were no 3 to 4 rounds of interviews. There was only a single round. And my interview specifically lasted for the same 20-25 minutes.
So hi Shrut, welcome back to another video. So in our previous video, we have already discussed a lot on your TCS Prime experience. So those who are new to this channel and haven't watched that video, so Shrut Jain has cracked 2 companies. One is TCS Prime and another is Infosys Specialist Programmer. So you could check out the previous video of TCS Prime. In this, he has shared whatever the question has been asked, what was the round he has faced and how he handled the interview. So it would be pretty great information. So those students who wants to crack those companies. So in this video, we would be particularly talking about Infosys Specialist Programmer role. So Shrut, before we deep dive into your technical stuff, again I want you to introduce yourself because there are many who haven't watched your previous video. So I would like to know a brief about you.
So hi everyone, my name is Shrut Jain and I'm currently a final year BTech student doing my undergrad from a Tier 3 college in Bhopal. And over the past 1 year, I've had opportunity to work with 2 France-based startup where I entered there as a software engineer intern for 9 months. And talking about my offers, so I have 2 offers. Currently, I have 2 offers in hand. One is the TCS Prime role and another one is the Infosys Specialist Programmer role. So yeah, that was a brief about me.
So Shrut, how did you got the opportunity for Infosys SP profile?
Okay, so this was an on-campus opportunity that came to our college with around 4 roles. The first one was the DSA role. The second one was the specialist programmer role, and the specialist programmer had 3 categorization: the L1, L2, and L3. So total there were 4 roles that Infosys came for in our campus.
Okay, so what was the package did they offer?
Okay, so DSE was offered around 6.25 lakhs per annum plus 75,000 joining bonus. The L1 specialist programmer were offered 10 lakh per annum package plus CTC plus 1 lakh rupees joining bonus, and the L2 profile was 16 LPA and the final L3 profile was at 21 LPA.
Oh, so that all profile that you are mentioning, 21 LPA, the highest one was 21 LPA.
Highest.
You could have also applied for 21 LPA role?
The roles weren't decided specifically before. Like you can't decide your role. The roles will be decided by the company after according to your score in the online assessment that you give. If you have higher score, you can be allotted L3 role. The allocation was based on the score only.
Actually, I'm a bit confused, like how they could allocate L3 role, because when I was in company, so L3 was the role that the Infosys used to provide to person who has much higher experience. So is it the role that is being provided to fresher itself, 21 LPA starting package?
Yeah, it is.
I'm pretty confused.
So
it is like, do you know any student or nearby that who has got this much package?
No one. At least people interviewed for that role, but no one was selected.
Okay, they have interviewed for that role as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you find anything bit difficult or different? Because they are offering 9.5 LPA for specialist programmer, and for L3 role, obviously you are, as you have mentioned, 21 LPA. That is a huge difference. So online assessment was same, different, or how was the interview?
So online assessment was same for everyone, and I guess from this year only Infosys changed this pattern. So in the online assessment, there were no aptitude or reasoning questions. There were only pure coding DSA questions. And there were 4 questions and everyone had the same way. So everyone had the same questions. There were 4 questions. The first one was easy, the second one was medium, and the third one was hard, and the final fourth one was complex. So there were 4 questions, and the allocation of roles were decided on these questions. So let's say, for example, you solve only one question, so then you will be assigned DSA role. You will be interviewing for DSA role. If you solved 2 or 2.5 questions, you will be interviewing for L2 role. Sorry, L1 role. And if you somehow solve all the 3 questions, the first 3 questions, then you can get L2 or L3 interviews.
So Shrut, from your experience, could you recall how much questions you have solved within your OA round?
Yeah. So I managed to solve the first 2 questions completely. All the test cases passed, and for the third question, it was partially solved. Only 9 out of 12 test cases passed successfully, so it was a partial submission. And fourth question was very complex. I couldn't even understand it there only, so there is no point for me remembering it till now. So, yeah.
Okay, so could you recall the topics they have covered in easy, medium, hard, or complex part?
Okay. So the first question, that was the easy question. It was a stack stimulation problem. Like straightforward, the instructions were given, and you just need to stimulate it using a stack. So it was quite straightforward question. And the second question was a variation of the classic LeetCode question, which is count inversions, right? And the only variation was in count inversions on LeetCode. It deals with numbers, and here they have given alphabet, so that was the only difference. Rest everything was same, and the optimal approach was to solve it using merge sort. So I remembered it there, and I solved it. And the third question was a DP problem, and it was kind of a 2D grid. It was quite complex problem.
Okay, no problem. So how did you find your OA? As if you can compare your OA with the TCS Prime round, because they have also offered you the same 9.5. So if you could compare both the OA, so which one you found more difficult?
So the Infosys one was quite difficult, right? TCS was pretty easy, and most of the ones was given in the college cleared that OA round, and everyone was sitting at the interview. But Infosys OA was quite hard to crack. Only around, I guess, how much 50 or 60 people were selected for the interviews from a lot of 2,000 to 3,000 students. So yeah, it was quite difficult.
Oh, yeah, that was quite a low number.
Yeah,
so I know that Infosys set their online assessment very hard, but as you have also mentioned, they were offering for 21 LP. That was also huge. Yes. So moving on to the next. So when you came to know that finally you cracked your Infosys Specialist Programmer online assessment and fewer made it to that round, so how you prepared for your interview, and how was that round for you?
So I don't know why Infosys did this, but the day the OA was done, right? I still remember it was some 8th or something, some month. On the day that the OA we have given, the same day they gave the result at 12 in the midnight, right? And the next day they scheduled the interview next day. So there was.
They haven't given you time to prepare.
No time. Since this was an offline interview, so the team had come from far away, and they need to wrap it up within 2 to 3 days. That's why there was no time given. So there was actually no time for preparing for the interview. I still remember me and my friends prepared till late in the night, and then got up and went to the interview. That was quite hectic. But still, we couldn't revise everything. We couldn't revisit anything. So yeah, I just scanned my resume, and I prepared whatever that was written in my resume, and I also prepared core subject. I revised core subjects like operating system and DBMS, and yeah, that was it. It was about preparation.
Okay, so Infosys visited your campus, or you have gone to some center to give your OA round?
No, Infosys visited the campus of the college.
Okay, great. So coming back to your interview, so could you share the question that has been asked to you by the interviewer, and how long it went?
Okay. So good thing about interviews in Infosys is there was only a single round, right? There were no 3 to 4 rounds of
Okay,
interviews.
okay.
There was only a single round, and my interview specifically lasted for the same 20-25 minutes, right? And the questions asked were DSA questions were asked. Like the first question that the interviewer gave me was to implement quicksort algorithm, to write the pseudocode of quicksort
Okay.
algorithm and explain it. And the second question was implementing Dijkstra algorithm of graphs. Right. So the interviewer asked me to write the
Okay,
code of Dijkstra
okay.
algorithm and explain and asked me to explain how it works. And then there were theoretical questions around data structures, right? Like for example, what is memoization and how it works, how it solves the problem of recursion, what is the difference between memoization and tabulation, what are the different graph traversal methods, what are BFS and DFS, what is the difference in both of them, and yeah, there were theoretical questions only. And after that, the interview asked me SQL queries. So those were basic SQL queries, like to implement a select query using where clause or to implement joins. So that were it. Then the interviewer came to my resume. So he started asking questions around Spring Boot, like what are beans in Spring Boot, what is the bean life cycle, how you implement a repository in a Spring Boot application, what are repositories in Spring Boot application, what are annotation and what are the different kinds of annotations in Spring Boot. So this was about Spring and Spring Boot, and then after that, yeah, the complete interview was around this only, and it lasted for only 20 minutes, and it was completed pretty early as compared to my other college mates. So the interviews were lasting for 1.5 hour, and mine lasted for only 20 minutes. So I was pretty sure that I'm not gonna get selected. But somehow I got selected, and the interviewer at last also said that he is quite happy with the technical knowledge of mine, and so that's why he entered the interview. So that's it.
So within the coding round, so have you followed brute force approach or optimized approach? Because I know that first of all, whenever the question that interview asks to you related to coding, we have to follow brute force and then we need to optimize it more. So how was your experience with the interviewers?
Okay, so for the first question, which was to implement quicksort algorithm, it was straightforward. I just straightforward told them that this is how we are going to do it, directly the optimal approach. And for Dijkstra also, there was a single approach, but using different data structures. So I
Hmm.
told them that we can do it using priority queue, we can also do it using sets, and we can also do it using a simple queue in certain cases. There are certain cases that we can also implement that using a simple queue. And I also discussed the trade-offs between them, between each data structure. What are the pros and cons of using each data structure? So yeah, that was about the question part.
So, Shrut, I just wanted to know about your preparation strategy. That what preparation strategy you followed in order to crack Infosys Specialist Programmer role. If one who is preparing for this role can follow this strategy and would be able to get through. Let's suppose there are many students who used to message me that yes, my interview has scheduled, or there would be Infosys Specialist Programmer. Online assessment round within 3 months, within 6 months, how to prepare for it. Let's suppose one has a target of 3 to 4 months or 6 months. Is it feasible, or one can target this particular profile within that short time?
Okay, so yeah,
What do you think?
in 3 to 6 months is quite feasible if you have some knowledge of DSA and you have done some problems. Like if you are completely new and you are just starting off with DSA, then it's quite difficult. But the
Hmm.
strategy would be for OA. The strategy for OA would be to start giving LeetCode contests. Don't rely completely on some sheet or some predefined standard problems. Those problems will be helpful for you in interviews, but they won't be helpful in OAs. So for OA, you can start giving LeetCode contest, and if you can also you can also start giving CP contests like on Codeforces or CodeChef. So that thing helped a lot, and yeah, that was for the OA part.
But what do you think? Yeah, but
Mhm.
I know that Infosys has been increasing its level day by day. I totally agree with you that only lead code question wouldn't help in long way, because as their questions have been pretty complex. But but there are many students who are not giving these lead code contest or code forces.
Mhm.
Many students used to do or used to learn DSA, and then they used to do coding on lead code, hacker rank platform. So don't you think that were they able to crack these interviews, or you have seen your friends as well who have been cracking this role while doing the same?
So yeah, as you said, there are some of my friends that crack the Infosys or any other OA without even giving contest without even giving contest or doing CP. So the strategy in such cases would be to uh, you know uh, do the standard problems very thoroughly, right?
Mm-hmm.
You must like and another skill is to recognize patterns whenever you are given a DSA question. That is very important. That is very important. In OAs, generally in online assessment rounds, they won't give you direct lead code questions or straightforward questions. There will be a whole lot of a story.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The question would be of
Mm-hmm.
1 page or 2 pages long. So you need to recognize that
I
pattern. You
know.
need to make that key observation that is required to solve that problem. So that observation skills matter a lot, and how you will increase them by solving more and more problems.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think it would be pretty helpful for those who are doing competitive programming and doing core forces, because they have already gone through such a same problem. So it would be easy for them.
Mhm.
I would agree with
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So the guys who do CP is what I've observed. They have very great observation skills, right? They can build that intuition very quickly as compared to a normal lead code guy or who just solves standard problems. That's what I have observed basically. So the main thing eventually is to build that intuition and build those observation skills of yours. So it can be done using CP if you are doing CP, or it can be done using lead code problems also. No problem.
So did Infosys provide you with offer letter?
No offer letter didn't came through.
Okay, okay. So you have no idea regarding your training and all those stuff till the date.
Yeah, so Infosys sent a mail to all the candidates that they'll be onboarding every one of them after graduation.
Okay, okay. So great to know. Okay, Shu, that was great to know about your Infosys Specialist Programmer role, and Infosys training is too good. I have already taken the experience of that.
Mhm.
So I hope you would also enjoy that and get
Yeah,
a great
sure,
experience there.
sure, sure.
Yeah, so thank you so much for coming to my channel, and hopefully I have created 2 videos with you, and I think that in future also, when you complete your training, you could come to my channel and
Sure,
share
sure,
your Infosys training experience,
sure,
and we
sure.
will share it with the audience.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, sure, sure.
So it was great.
Definitely.
Yeah, so it was yeah, so it was great to have you here. And so those who are watching this video, with Shrut, we have discussed on TCS Prime and Infosys Specialist Programmer role we have already covered in this video. So those who haven't watched that video, so go and click on the button and just go and check out that video. In that video also, Shrut has discussed a lot of things regarding TCS Prime role, all the questions offer that has been offered, his preparation strategy as well. So that way it would be going to help you out in cracking your interviews. So thanks to for coming to my channel. Thank
Yeah,
you. Thanks for
yeah,
watching.
yeah. Thank you very much. Thanks for having me. And subscribe to Girls, obviously.
Yeah, thank you so much
Yeah.
too. Thanks.